One chance I'll get. Okay. Thank you for coming to your lesson, Anthony Pinheiro. This is a one-on-one lesson, not beginner, this will be 8th grade, getting him ready for high school. So two objectives for this lesson will be to warm up properly, in a much more efficient manner, and just to get yourself ready to play material, repertoire, whatever you got to, and then how to tackle new material. So we'll be introducing a new song to him and seeing how he fares against it, and we'll be teaching him what we can do about it. So let's start off with some lovely breathing. So, okay. Anthony's in 8th grade, 6 foot tall. So, as most Texas middle schoolers are these days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for breathing, we're gonna start off. Clarinet can be in lap, or it could be on your leg, wherever you want to, wherever you can hold it. Just get one hand in front of you, make a straight line in front of your mouth, as such, and you're gonna breathe. In for 4 and then breathe out for 4 with your hand there. And I really want you to think about breathing to your stomach. So, let's try it back. 2, breathe in and go. Now push out. 2, 3, 4. Again. In and out. 2, 3. One more time. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. That was really good. Okay. Now we're gonna try another breathing exercise. You're gonna do that, and then I want you to fling this paper out of my hand. So you're gonna blow at it, and then it's gonna fall out of my hand. Okay?
With my air?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're just gonna punch it. Ready? Hold on. Sorry. Breathe in. You can do in for 2, out for 4.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go. Breathe in, 2, push out. 2, woo! 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, push out. 2, 3, 4. Last time. In, 2, and 2, 3, 4. And one thing you're doing amazing, which we covered in our previous lesson that we had, was you're breathing super low, and you're not breathing up here in your chest. So there's different points that we can breathe from, here, here, and here. You're aiming for right here, and you're doing a much better job of that. So good job.
Thank you.
Play a couple of notes to get yourself warmed up before we start some warm-ups.
Okay.
Sorry. It's okay. Here, how about we go over some notes? Fingerings for our first game. So play your first note, see? So can you, for me, push in your barrel real quick? So
okay.
We're having a little bit of tuning issues. It's okay. Alright, let's try that one more time, just see. Deep, 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 A, B natural, C, back down, B natural, A, G, F, E, D, C. Not bad. Okay. So now we got some air going through our body, air through our instrument. Next up is long tones. So you want to know why? Oh, let me ask you first, Anthony. Why do we do breathing? Do you know?
To improve our sounds.
That is part of it. Yep. So breathing, air is kind of, well, it's how we speak. It's how we do a lot of things. How we live. But air is how we bring this inanimate object to life. And so if we have poopy air, we're gonna have poopy sounds. So we practice breathing every day to improve it, so we can better our tone, better our resonance, better a lot of things on this instrument because air is kind of everything with this instrument. So the more we practice it, the better we'll get at it.
Okay.
So, and that actually ties into long tones because long tones is also very helpful for how you sound on your instrument. So we're gonna start with F Remington right about here. We're just gonna go through it. We'll do it at 80. So we're gonna, the goal with F Remington, so half note, half note, half note, or dotted half note, breathe. The goal with it is to get one from point A to point B in those two measures all in one breath and try and keep your sound even the entire time. You got it?
Okay. On F?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready? 4 on your in, and 1, 2, ready, go. Breathe when you need to. Remember, breathe low. One more note. And we'll stop right there. Okay. One thing that I'm noticing, so you're gonna sing it with me. Your F is very shaky, which can be due to a poor core. So your core, just like how I said air is like the most important thing to produce the sound, your core is also really important because what your core is doing dictates what your air does and your air dictates your sound. So essentially you want to engage your core. So one thing I like to think about when I'm playing is, oh, I'm a boxer, I'm about to get punched in my stomach, right? Think about what you do whenever you expect a punch coming your way. You brace your core, you really tighten it up. When you're playing, try not to tense anything up here, but try and keep some pressure down here while you play and push your air a little faster. Let's see how that sounds.
Okay.
So wait, let's sing it real quick. Sing it for 8 counts. 2, ready, go. And singing also helps with moving your air. So if we're able to sing it, we usually are able to play it. So one more time singing it. Here's your note. 1, 2, sing it and go. Nice. All right, now we're gonna play it. So just use the same pressure you were using when you were singing in your stomach and move good air. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, go. Again, and go. One more time, ready. All right, not bad. Okay, let's move on to F descending. So we're gonna go. Down to G, C, G, C, G, and then we're done. Okay?
Okay.
Remember, breathe when you need to, so make sure you're always using good air, and brace your core.
Okay.
Let's try this. Is this a good speed for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Whenever you're ready. Sound to me. It's better, yes, yes. Like air to me. Nice, nice. Yes, good air on that C sharp. know if I mentioned this to the camera or to the recording, but the whole purpose of this warming up is to teach Anthony how to properly warm up and just some strategies. So like the explanation of the air, moving good air, the explanation of like the getting punched in the stomach and the pressure of the core, a lot of these things. And just right now, I said, get your air to me. I moved to the corner of the room, the furthest away from Anthony I could get, and I wanted to make his sound travel all the way to me, like instantaneously. So it's just some quick things. So like when I'm over here off camera, when I'm saying, get your sound to me, just use more air, get it to the back of the room. Think like if we were in a football field, you're on one end zone, you gotta get your air all the way to the other. It's kind of impossible. But that's the analogy we're going for. Get your air from one side of the room to the other.
Okay.
Let's try that one more time. And this time I want you to try and match me. Woo! So we're gonna play the exact same thing. And then we'll move on to something super fun that everyone loves. One more time. Alright. Starting right on G, F sharp G. And 1, 2, ready. Breathe. Breathe.
I feel a little better about it.
You should, because you're sounding a lot better. Alright, if you would turn or get the page under your long tones, we are going to be moving to scales. So, from all the scales you know, we know C major, F major, G major, B flat. There's a new one right there. Can you say what that one is?
It's D major.
And what are the accidentals, or what is the key signature of D major?
2 sharps.
Yes, okay. So would you like to tackle the new one right away, or do you want to go over your old ones? What do you want?
I think I want to try one of the old ones first.
Alright. Let's do G major, because it has a sharp in it. Let's do bum 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 bum. I think that's a G. That might be off. Nope, I was off. Let's start with G major. So, 2 octaves. You ready? Remember, move good air and blow to the corner of the room. Yes, and good job right there. Readjusting yourself, getting your posture sitting up nice and tall, feet firmly planted on the ground. Good job, good job. I taught you that in the last lesson, yeah.
Yes, sir.
G major, whenever you're ready. That was so amazing, Anthony. We're gonna ignore that glitch because it sometimes happens when we get nervous, but that was so good. I really liked how you crossed the break really smoothly. You were moving your air really good, and you were able to get that high G really nice, clear, and it was very dark. It was matching all your other G's, so that was really good. Let's try it one more time. Let's see if we can breathe even lower before we start, and think about focusing your air in terms of pressure. And what I mean by that is, let's say you were blowing your air out of a straw. Right now, you're blowing your air out of a soda straw. So think of a soda straw, how you can get a lot of soda in one gulp if you're like drinking, but you can also blow a lot of air. I want you to try and imagine your air like a coffee straw. Try and blow it in that tiny little circumference, radius, whatever you would like to think of it. Blow it really precise in this next one. And maybe we can get rid of that glitch. Who knows? G major, breathe low and breathe very much with a lot of pressure. Whenever you're ready.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. So good. That was amazing. All right. Now we're going to move to D major. So let's slow it down. And here's where some strategies come in to play. This is where we're transitioning between our first two objectives. We're kind of teaching them something new, but this is still part of the warm-up. Scales are always a good warm-up for the fingers. So why we do scales? I personally like to do them because it gets my fingers warmed up, and the more scales you know, the easier it will be to look at music because scales are everywhere. So we're going to slow it down to 52. So we're going to start D major. We're going to just do one octave.
Okay.
Just try one octave whenever you're ready. Ah, see, you fix yourself. So, one thing that we added, oopsie daisy, that's okay. One thing that we added, these stands, even in private lessons, they're not that good. One thing that we added was, we had an F sharp in G major, but we added a C sharp. So, and I like that you did fix yourself. So, let's try that one more time. Maybe we can remember the C sharp in first, just one octave. Ready? Breathe in, 2, ready, sorry. 4 and you're in. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, look at you going up and down. Good job, good job. All right, so we're gonna go over the fingerings. I know you probably know them, but let's go in the rather higher range. So let's start right here on the G. Show me G. A. B. C sharp. So C sharp is going to be 2 and 3, 4 and 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 through 5. 4, 5, yeah. Yes, and then D is going to be, you lift 5 and you put down your right pinky on the tuning key over here.
Okay.
Try that. Yes, go back to C sharp. Yes, now D. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to try putting 2 octaves. So let's see what that sounds like. I will play with you this song. Start on D. 1, 2, and ready, go. Nice, nice. Let's try that one more time. Now it'll be without me. And you'll go down this time. 1, 2, ready, go. You know you're an amazing student, Anthony.
Thank you.
Now, do you want to be super amazing?
Sure.
Okay. Because I think you're already very comfortable with this key. We're going to raise the tempo slightly. You're going to go up and down. You think you can handle that?
I think so.
I think you got this. You're more than capable. Whenever you're ready. I I am happy with that because one, you didn't push yourself on your air. You made sure when you felt like you needed to breathe so you can keep using good air, you breathed. So that was good. And you really impressed me by getting a high DL despite us barely learning. That's really good. Did I tell you why we do? I think I told you why we did long tones. We do it because we want to sound really good and it just helps move good air. Did I tell you why we do scales?
No, I don't think we did.
Well, scales are, so let's say I get you a new piece, something like that maybe. Scales are really helpful because they teach us all the notes that would be in said key signature. So now if you ever see a piece in C major, well, guess what? You already know all the notes for C major for those two octaves. F major, same thing for G major, B flat major, and now D major. So with scales, we learn key signatures and we get comfortable with whatever would be whatever notes we would find. So scales, one, especially when you're warming up, they're really good to get your fingers moving. But two, they're really helpful to just familiarize yourself with all these key signatures. And a good transition would be into our next objective, which is how to tackle a new piece of music. And we'll be working with Rose 32 number 14. And what key signature is Rose 32 number 14 in, Anthony?
2 sharps.
2 sharps.
D major.
Yes, sir, D major. We just practiced that. So we're going to learn, the goal for this session will be to learn from here up to that very scary measure. That is a lot of notes, but we'll work through it. So take some time right now and go through any fingers that you might need, fingerings that you might have forgotten. Let me know if you did or didn't. And just go through.
Mr. Patterson, it says E sharp. Does that just mean F?
Yes. So if you would turn yourself over here to our piano. So this is C, D, E. So E is right here, and what sharp usually does is it just moves it up. So if we go E, and then we go to E sharp, what does that look like?
An F.
Yeah, so instead of E sharp, it could just be F, yeah.
Why wouldn't they just write the F?
That's a great question that I don't have the answer to right now. But you know what? I think it just looks really nice with all the other sharps. I'll get a better answer for you next lesson.
Okay.
Do you think you got it? Alright. And I'm only going to have you learn these 2 measures because I know there's a lot more of the etude that we have, but we're just going to simplify it and get those first 2 lines really solid, okay? So let's take it at whatever speed you want. If you need a reference, this is the tempo marked, but you don't need to go this tempo. You can go a little faster, you can go a little slower if you want. Slower is always better because it helps you get everything in time.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready. Okay, we'll go over that another bit. That was a really good siren though. That was I am impressed. That was amazing. That was very good. Okay, let's go over some rhythms before we go over some notes because most of your notes were solid. Most of your notes were on Right on the money.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we count this rhythm right here? So, ba ba da, one ba da. So what's the first thing we say when we're counting?
1.
Yes. So 1, and then what do you think is next?
1 and 2.
Close. The 2 and the 1 are correct. So if we had 16 notes, remember it's 1 E and A. 4 notes.
Mm-hmm.
How many notes are in that?
3.
Yes. So 1 E and. So what does that leave us with? Yes. So that would be 1 2. Say it with me. Ready, go. 1 2. Again. Ready, go. 1 2. Good. Now, if we said right here that this was 3, what would that make the rest of this?
E and A?
Yes, so E and A. Ready, say with me. E and A again, and go. E and A. One more time, and go.
E and A.
So can you say that whole measure? 1 2, E and A. Ready, go.
1 2, E and A.
Yes, you were so smart. Now, look at this. So that's 1 2. Is that the same thing as that?
No.
Not quite. So that is a double dotted eighth note. So 1 2. It's gonna be the same syllables, but this is basically half the length of that. So almost think of the just a little later than you want. So
Okay.
1 2. Say it with me and go. 1 2. And the whole measure would be go. 1 2 and 1 and
1 and
yes.
1.
3 4. So 3 beats in one measure. 1 2 3. All right. Let's play it one more time. Let's go at. We'll go this speed. I'll play it with you. Let's just get. You got all the notes, and remember a high D and C sharp. You're really good about all that.
Okay.
So now we're gonna get all the rhythm correctly and do so good. Ready? 1 2. Ready, go. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Let me turn it so I can see as well. So that measure that messed us both up. Just that much. We'll take it a little slower. 1 2. Ready. You're right. Again. Ready. Go. Just remember right here that C sharp. We're gonna write it in. All right. One more time. 1 2. That measure. And now let's just go through every single note right there. So you already know E sharp. Yes. So let's just go through each note. So ba da da This will be for each note. 1, 2, ready. Again. 2, ready. And the reason it has so many lines is because that's going to be a little, I'm not saying the tempo is not there, but take it slower, and then as you get more lines, you take it a little faster, but you can take it at like a speed that's comfortable for you. So like, let's say this is my last measure. And then I would do the same thing in the next measures. Just take it a little slow at the beginning and then speed it up a bit. Do we want to try the whole thing and get it so good before I have to let you go?
I think so.
All right. Let's get this. Let's do. We're gonna do so good. We're gonna get everything ready. 1, 2, skibbly dibbly. That's literally it. You're so amazing. Oh. And you know what? We got through everything we needed to. That's awesome. All right. So we were able to learn how to warm up, and we learned why. So we learned why, because you're going to be going into high school very soon. So a lot of high schoolers are going to be really insane, really cracked out of their mind. So you got to learn how to warm up, because it's going to make every practice session that much better. If you just started learning this right away, you wouldn't have known D major, and you would have sounded a lot poopier. So we learned how to do long tones, learned how to breathe, we learned how to do scales, and we learned why. Long tones helps with moving your air and producing good tone air. Just learning how to breathe helps you move your air better, and scales helps you move your fingers and get you more familiarized with key signatures. Then we learned how to tackle new music. So notice how I didn't get you to take the whole thing, nor did I get you to go to tempo, because I clearly didn't. We took it a lot slower, and we had some fun learning some new notes, like that high D, while also being able to play familiar and old rhythms, but we sectionalized it off. We didn't do the whole thing. And we learned how to do that by just dialing back the net and looking at each note individually. The next steps for next lesson would be to get you more familiar with D major, maybe even move on, and then have you be able to play these two lines at this set speed, and maybe once you get familiar with all the notes, start adding a little stuff underneath it. So like that P for piano, M for mezzo forte, and that little pin here right there, that crescendo, just getting going. Just getting to get higher in volume and lower, all those kinds of things. That'll be for next lesson. And just keep doing what you're doing. I know you're practicing a lot. It's showing. So good job. Thank you. Thank you for your lesson.